In search of sanity. Great for rising. Thanks for once again allowing Lily Bear to take you beneath the crust. I'm so glad you're back. So many times I see or hear things that make no sense at all. It's totally insane. It makes me want to go in search of sanity. Come, join me, and let's go together in search of sanity on the myth of Mars and the black community. The myth of Mars and the black community. Brothers, hold on to your hats. Sister, girl, you better strap down your weave. You've just allowed Lily Bear to take you beneath the crust, where I talk about what you are afraid to think about. Let's go in search of sanity on the myth of Mars and the black community. The 15-part podcast, The Myth of Mars and the Black Community, deconstructs the myth of Mars and the black community and explore possible ways of making that myth into reality. In each part of this 15-part podcast, I address different moral myths that have been handed down from generation to generation in the black community. And I address the possible fallout caused by not dealing with the destructive behavior, choosing instead to create a myth. I've heard, and I've said it myself, that the black community is such a moral community. I finally had to admit to myself that the black community doesn't appear to be any more moral than any other community. In fact, if there's any community that is less moral than the black community, then there's little to no hope of redemption for that community. The Myth of Mars and the Black Community, Part 12. The Free-Falling Black Boy and the Downlow Black Reverend. Ready? All my life, I heard talk about how moral the black community is. Certain people in the black community was touted as moral excellence. The reverends, other clergy in the church, the mothers of the church, the grandmothers of the community, these types. Just as all my life I heard about the morals of the black community, all my life I saw the most immoral acts being committed in the black community by these people who were said to be a moral excellence in the black community. As a black child growing up in the black community, I knew about the immoral acts, as did other black children growing up in the black community. As I got older, I came to realize that the black children of the black community weren't the only ones who knew these immoral acts were going on in the black community. The black adults in the black community knew these immoral acts were going on in the black community as well. Not only did the black adults not say anything about the immoral acts going on in the black community, but the black adult built on the myth of morality in the black community. And in the Free-Falling Black Boy and the Downlow Black Reverend, podcast 12, I address how the immoralities of the black community may have contributed to the downfall of the black community, most specifically, the free-falling black boy in the black community. Fire. The free-falling black boy and the downlow black reverend. Some black adults in the black community are always portraying the free-falling black boy as a fallen vessel. The free-falling black boy is always foul. The free-falling black boy is always killing each other. The free-falling black boy is deranged. The free-falling black boy does or sell drugs. These and many more things are always being said by many black adults in reference to the free-falling black boy in the black community. Now, some, maybe all of them in some aspects, of the things the black adults say about the free-falling black boy in the black community are true. They're true about the free-falling black boy in the black community. But let's look at possible reasons the free-falling black boy is acting out. You see, if you treat your cause, you find your cure. Let's deconstruct the free-falling black boy's actions by asking questions to see if we can get to the bottom of why the black boy is free-falling. Is this free-falling black boy, who's deemed to be a villain to his black community, the one and same free-falling black boy who the down-low black Reverend violated? Is he the one? Is he the free-falling black boy who's a villain? Is this villainous free-falling black boy the same free-falling black boy who had his man who was snatched from him by the down-low, low-down black Reverend? Is this the one who's violent? The one who was destroyed before the free-falling black boy could even develop into a man? Is he the one? Is this the free-falling black boy you're talking about? Is this the free-falling black boy who's the villain? Before the free-falling black boy could develop into a man, he had his man who was snatched away from him by the down-low black Reverend. His potential manhood, his growing into manhood. He had his man who was snatched away from him by the down-low black Reverend. Is he the one? Is this the free-falling black boy you're talking about? Is this the free-falling black boy who's the villain? Is this free-falling black boy who's said to be deranged in his black community? Is he the one insane free-falling black boy who the down-low black Reverend forced into filthy acts of debauchery? Is he the one? Is he the free-falling black boy who's deranged? These sick type of perversions will derange anybody. Is this free-falling black boy who's said to be the killer of his black community the one insane free-falling black boy who the down-low black Reverend forced to do filthy things to him and with him? The down-low, low-down black Reverend forced a free-falling black boy to do things to him that some women who love their husbands dearly and have been married to their husband for years won't even do to their own husbands, the husband they love. But this low-down, down-low black Reverend forced a free-falling black boy to do these debauchery, nasty things to him. Forced a free-falling black boy to do things to him that women who love their men dearly, they won't do these to their own men and they love their men dearly. Is this the free-falling black boy? Is he the one? Is this the free-falling black boy, the killer of the black community? Is he the one who kills in the black community? You know what we say? They always killing each other. You think maybe the free-falling black boy shoots other black young men because he hates the down-low black Reverend who destroyed him? You think maybe the free-falling black boy sees these young black men as a representation of the down-low black Reverend, and by killing these young men, he's killing the down-low, low-down black Reverend over and over? Could it be that he's trying to wipe out the down-low black Reverend, so the down-low black Reverend won't continue to destroy young black boys the way the down-low black Reverend destroyed him? Or perhaps the free-falling black boy hates himself because of what the down-low black Reverend evil acts forced the free-falling black boy to become. So in killing black young men, it's the free-falling black boy trying to kill himself. At one time, the free-falling black boys were shooting each other in the face. A free-falling black boy will shoot another free-falling black boy in the face. Were these free-falling black boys who were shooting other free-falling black boys in the face trying to wipe themselves out? What did the reflection in the other free-falling black boy's face remind him of? What did the free-falling black boy see in the other free-falling black boy's face that triggered him to the point that he wanted to blast that face away? Is this free-falling black boy who's a drug user perhaps trying to block out all the haunted nightmares that weave their way into his every awakening moment because of the down-low black Reverend? Is this doped out free-falling black boy trying to blot out the despicable acts the down-low black Reverend forced a free-falling black boy to perform? Is this the stoned out free falling black boy you're talking about? Is this stoned out free falling black boy just not wanting to relive over and over how he was made to feel like he's nothing because the down low black minister robbed him of realizing his manhood? The down low black reverend robbed the free falling black boy of realizing his self-worth. Robbed the free falling black boy of the free falling black boy's right to be a carefree black boy. And now you have the nerve to criticize what you created or what you're allowed to be created. Deal with it. And when the free falling black boy realized that a lot of black adults knew and still know what the down low black reverend was doing and did nothing to protect the free falling black boy, that was another kick in the guts to the free falling black boy. This cemented to the free falling black boy's psyche that he's nothing. Sometimes, instead of protecting the free falling black boy, it was quite the contrary. The black adult would force the free falling black boy to go to church and other places with the down low black reverend, even though the black adult and the black community knew or know, because it's still going on, that the down low black reverend was forcing vile acts on the free falling black boy. Now the reason I go between knew and know is because not only did it happen then, it's happening now. The free falling black boy was forced to go with the down low black reverend, even to the point of being severely punished if the free falling black boy didn't want to go. And let me say this, parents, guardians, and other adults. If a child doesn't want to go around someone, don't force them to do so. Look into the reason why the child doesn't want to go. Look into the reason why the child doesn't want to go. Even though the black adult knew what was going on in the black community, they didn't do anything, and they aren't doing anything now. It's just weird. Even though the black adult knew what was going on, the black adult didn't do anything. And on top of that, the black adult would often lower up the down low black reverend, almost as if the down low black reverend was a demigod. And even in some cases, as if the down low black reverend was God. Side note, sometimes the black adult would pawn the free falling black boy to the down low black reverend. I talk about that in another podcast. I think it's podcast 6, if I'm not mistaken. So stay tuned. Because a lot of times, not only did the black adult know what the perverse down low black reverend was doing, they pawned the child off or sold the child to the down low black reverend. So is this the free falling black boy who's on drugs? The free falling black boy who you say is violent? The free falling black boy who just doesn't care? The free falling black boy who roams the streets? Is he the one? Is he the free falling black boy you're talking about? What role did you play in making the free falling black boy the miscreation you say he is, you down low black reverend? What role did you play, black adult, in the black community? Those of you who turn your backs on the free falling black boy. What role did you play in making the free falling black boy a violent criminal, a thug, a miscreation, or whatever you called him? In 1992, Christopher Harris sued the state of down low black reverend, alleged down low black reverend James Cleveland. Christopher Harris was a foster son of alleged down low black reverend James Cleveland. Let me read to you, and I will cite where I got this from. And now, it's when it says the actual word, I'm using sick, and sexual, because if I say the actual word, I may get a strike from my account. So when you hear me say sick or sexual, You know what I'm talking about. In 1992, Christopher Harris, then black Reverend James Cleveland's foster son, sued the estate of the black Reverend James Cleveland, alleging, here it is, sexual. And as I said, I'm using sick because if I say the actual word, I'm subject to get a strike. Isn't that something though? People get more up in arms about the word being said than they do about the act. Isn't that something? Christopher Harris sued black Reverend James Cleveland estate alleging sexual abuse and HIV infection, which Harris claimed black Reverend James Cleveland contracted through the same sick liaisons. The case was settled with undisclosed terms. Let me say to you, free-falling black boy, the cushion is here. I'm going to do everything through the power vested in me to stop your fall. If I can't stop your fall, free-falling black boy, I vow to you, free-falling black boy, this is my vow. I will help cushion your fall. The cushion is here. You will find information I'm sharing in this podcast and the other podcasts in my book, The Free-Falling Black Boy. There's information in the description below on how to obtain a copy of the book, The Free-Falling Black Boy. Thanks for allowing Lily Vale to take you beneath the crust. I'm trying to create a dialogue that produces action, that produces results. Soon, I'll unveil an action plan that I'm sure will help alleviate some of the issues plaguing the black community due to immoral acts of black adults. Subscribe, comment, like, and share. Support our youth. Reach out to the young brother who dropped the beats, Spacemanfalcon at gmail.com. Support our youth in any way you can. Keep on churning till the butter comes. Albert C. Richardson, a black man, patent the butter churn U.S. patent number 446470, February 17th, 1891. I'm Lily Bayer. I'm just trying to create a dialogue. I leave you with this. If they close my book, you remember my story. Downlow, black Reverend. You destroyed the free-falling black boy in the black community. Why did you do it? A Nat Turner Runner production. Lock and load. Lily Bayer. Be encouraged.